Hey guys, welcome back to blood sugar testing. So I promised you in the last video I did on the keto, the huge keto breakfast that I tested with the Signos CGM, explain to you what happened to my knee. So I got injured 2 weeks ago, and what had happened was I ride dirt bikes, motorcycles, and I was in the mountains in North Georgia, and was about 30 minutes or so into the ride. I was riding with about 6 or 8 other guys, and I was going down the trail, not doing anything crazy, not going super fast or anything. And these are ATV trails, so they're kind of wide. Obviously, we're riding dirt bikes on them, so there's a lot of room for us. And there's water berms across the trail to keep the water from rutting up and basically tearing the trails up. So they're usually kind of at an angle, and they're about, I don't know, anywhere from 18 inches to 24 inches high. And I had gone over about 50 of these over the last couple of miles, and I was standing up like I normally do when I go over these. And I went, and this happened just in a split second. I went over the water berm, and because it was really muddy, my left foot slipped off the peg of the motorcycle. And I'm going to put a quick little video in here to show you the dirt bike, and so you can kind of gauge what happened. So you stand on 2 of these pegs on the motorcycle, if you're not familiar with that, but my foot slipped off, and so my leg is straight. I've got my right foot standing here, and my left foot is now down. So when I landed on the ground, my left leg was straight out and jammed right into the ground like that. So basically it didn't twist my knee, it didn't hyperextend it back, it just hit it real hard, straight on like that. I didn't wreck. I stopped the bike, I got off, I knew immediately, and I've never, I'm 59 years old, I've been riding dirt bikes for 49 years, never gotten hurt. A couple bruises and scrapes and stuff like that. And also, I have never hurt my knees ever. I have really strong joints. So I got off the bike, I kind of sat down, and I could tell, it was right above my kneecap. And I'm gonna put a picture in here of what my knee looked like when I got home. So I did that, and I was only about a half a mile back to where the truck was, where the camping area was. So I rode back there, I ate lunch, and about an hour and a half later, they were going to go out and ride again, and I said, no, I'm going to go ahead and load the bike back up on the truck, and I'm going home. So it's a 2.5-hour drive back to my house. And I could walk, it was a little painful, I had a little bit of a limp. So by the time I got home, my legs bent, because I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and by the time I got home, I was almost in tears. My leg and knee had swollen up like a pineapple. I couldn't put any weight on it. I was kind of hobbling around, and that was very, very difficult because I actually had somebody at my church bring me some crutches that I could borrow, and for the next 7 days I was on crutches. I mean, it was bad. So I've got an infrared heating pad that's got lasers in it, if you've ever heard of red light therapy. So I started doing that, and in about 2 days I had no pain at all in my knee, and the swelling had gone down probably at least 50%. So I have been using that infrared heating pad for about every 2 hours that I'm awake for, well, it's been 2 weeks now. So I don't know exactly what I've done to it. I don't think I've ripped any tendons or ligaments. I probably damaged some of my cartilage a little bit. I don't think anything's torn. I don't have any pain anymore, and I can walk around. I don't use crutches right now, but you guys know, you've probably seen my shirt, I'm in landscaping, and so mowing season starts in about 3 weeks. So I need to be able to get back pretty quick. So in order to speed up the healing, what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing a 72-hour fast, and I'm going to do a video. As I said before, I'm going to do one at 24 hours, 48, and 72 hours, and then I'll decide if I'm going to stop right then or keep on going. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the inflammation down and trying to generate, my body will generate stem cells to help heal the knee quicker. And I'm going to we'll look at the Signos CGM and see what my blood sugar is. I've got a Keto Mojo. We'll test my ketones and see how far into ketosis I get. But This is basically just to see if I can speed up the healing of my knee. So, yeah, that's basically what happened. So, but it'll be a good experiment. You know, if you've had joint injuries and you want to see if fasting helps, I don't expect to be 100%, but I do expect that it will help dramatically. The swelling, I still have some external swelling. Well, actually, a little bit of external and some internal swelling. So I can't bend my knee really more than 90 degrees just because of the swelling. But it is much better than it was. So hopefully this fast will allow me to get kind of over the hump and get my body, you know, kind of say, hey, you got to start healing this thing pretty quick. When I do, what I'm planning on is when I'm working, if I need to, I'll wrap it with an ace bandage to give it a little bit of support. But anyway, it'll be a pretty good journey if you guys want to follow me on it and see what happens. Obviously, I'm going to be fasting, so I'm not going to be testing any foods. But, you know, if this ever happens to you, maybe it'll give you some ideas. So that being said, I will see you guys at about the 24-hour mark into my